All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. My name is Hassan. Here to go over my trades for the day. Got some green on the board, baby. Oh man, it was almost a perfect day, and then I tripped and fell in the icon, but we'll talk about that. I think my first trade, which one did we get in first? I think it was RBNE. Yeah, we got an RBNE first. So this is a big gapper this morning. I really like the price range of these type of stocks. My favorite price range is like 5 to 10, 5 to 15, like maybe 7 to 12. I really like that price range. Yeah, so we had a gap up, and there was not really, I mean, I don't like this type of candle in the range that I'm trading in, but there's no volume, so insignificant. So this is really, really a blue sky setup, honestly. I was waiting for an EMA reset, but sometimes it's too strong to actually get below, and you got to just wait for confirmation after the EMA test. I don't. It's hard to buy right off the EMA, especially if it's. I mean, if it's a higher high, higher low, then maybe. But this was a low. This was a new low of day off the EMA, so I was terrified. I do this after the fact, but I was just too scared to buy it right there. There's not enough. There's not enough for me to feel super confident. I thought it more likely was gonna come down to 10. But Leon liked 11. He took 11, and then we made a little high and higher low, and it was just a really good entry, man. It's a really good entry, narrow range candle. Jumped in and sold the top of that candle, and I was really hitting that sell button today, and I really just didn't want to give anything back. It's funny because if I would have just waited for this candle to close and put my stop underneath it, I would have been able to ride up to that next level. I always do that with my the last leg of my shares. I've said this so many times. You could do a compilation on how many times I've said I always do that. But it's just hard to let after like last week I saw my last leg go all the way back to break even, and it was like another R that I could have had that I just let go to zero, and it's just like that's stupid, you know. But yeah, so I'm really not mad at myself. But I sold enough that I could have let this last part go up to there, but whatever. Right now, my main thing is getting execution, like my entry execution's good, and selling. Just selling. If I didn't make it to the top, that sucks. But it's not really that. It doesn't suck. We did good. We got 2.16 R, which we should have had a lot more. We should have had a lot more. But yeah, just selling a lot. Selling a lot. Um, hmm. Yeah. This is something that I need repetitions to get better at, though. I just I've had my winners have are kind of been buried in so many losers that it just feels like I don't really get to practice this part that much. But lately, getting kind of trying to develop a system for myself that it's a balance because I want to take profits, but I also want to hold for more profits. And so, if you want to hold for more, you have to be willing to give some back for it to pull back. And so that's kind of the dilemma, I guess. But I'm happy to have this problem always, always for sure. I'd rather be selling too early than selling too late. For sure. Yeah, so that was an awesome trade. And then I jumped in Husa, which got my nice little trend line there. I wonder if I used that as my anchor, what that would have looked like. Hmm, interesting. But my trend line got me in sooner, so uh, my trend line got me in down there, so I'm happy with that. um, yeah, but we basically, I wanted to get a higher high over this candle, this pre-market high, and we did that. I did want it to hold up there too, but that's not really a good pullback if it held up there, if you think about it. So it actually was great that it came back down to test the trend line and the EMA, and then it gave me this nice, really nice narrow range entry, which I just started selling way too soon. I didn't even let it get to high day before I hit that sell button. Yeah, my first sale was like 50 cents shy of high day. That's a lot to give up, but I'm just I'm okay with that. I'm okay with selling a little too early, and I did. We can wait to higher day on this kind of setup, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm just happy that I'm taking better trades, and I feel like I've found my zone again, and can trust myself a little more. I raised my risk up to 50, and probably do that for a few days next week, and then look to get back up to 100, and just work my way back up, so we can make money. Make money. But yeah, I mean, this is a reasonable process though. If I'm crash out like two max loss days in a row, I think you got to drop risk all the way down, and you got to trade a rehab at least for a day or two, you know. So yeah, I think it went really well. And I did trip and fall in the icon. I should have gotten rid of the chart a long time ago, honestly, because the two that were in play were obvious. It was this one and this one, and this one was clearly not. And all I needed to do was wait for it to trade above the high and then retest three. That's all I needed to do. And because it didn't do that, I should have avoided the trade. But I'm learning to mind my line and to look at that as not a breakout zone, but a resistance line that needs to be tested as support after broken, you know? So yeah, man, making little refinements, and it's going well, man. It's going well. Anyway, hit that like button for me, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Discord links in the description. And look out for some shorts. I got some short content. I like to clip up my winners and throw those out as shorts for fun. So look out for those. And have a good weekend. Peace.